Hello everybody. So today what we'll be doing is that we'll try to configure a specific codec for our calls. Let's say two scenarios. One would be within our cluster and the second would be outside the cluster. So in this video we'll cover the intra-cluster calls and we'll configure a specific codec, let's say G711. So for that purpose, let me open up the call manager. And here we go. So as you can see, I have got two devices here. Both are registered to my call manager 1, right? So that will be an intra-cluster call. Let's say I have one node only. So yeah. So in this, I have default device pool, but I want to customize it according to my need. So what I'll do is, let me create a region first that I want. I'll add a new region. I'll name it as SJ and I'll save it. So my relationship from SJ to default, like between two regions, my codec will be yeah, let's say 64 kbps. Okay, and let's say the other one between SJ and SJ, so from SJ to SJ, I'll again keep it as 64 kbps. But here's the catch. If you see, the codec preference list is default low loss, but I don't want that. Even if it's 64 kbps, it will not advertise this codec first. It'll go to the codec preference list and and present the one that is on the top. So let me delete this. Actually, this I created for my other test. So by default we have these two only. I don't know why is this not being removed. So okay, so let's say this is the one that we have. Let me create a new one. I will copy, let's say, the low loss. Okay, and it has all the codecs. Let me copy it, but I'll save it as sj new, and I'll name it as sj new. Okay, so I will push my G711 MuLaw to the top. There you go. And the other one, let's say, to the top as well. MuLaw and ALaw, right? Because that's what we want for a call. And I'll just save it. Let's double check the preference list. SJ new, and it has G711 at the top, correct. So let me just put that in my region. So from my SJ region to my default region, it's using for now it's using the low loss, but it'll change it to SJ new and save it. And between SJ and SJ, I'll put that as well for SJ new. All right, so that's done. Okay, now let's see for our device. Let's try to put that device pool in here. Oh, so first we'll have to create a device pool. My bad. So let me create a new device pool so that we can associate dpsj, I name it call manager, and I put my newly created, where is that region? Yeah, sj here, and datetime I'll put as CM local, which is the default one. I just save it. Alright, that's done. Now I'll just associate this device pool to my phones so that they get the correct device pool and hence the correct codec. Device pool SJ. Similarly, I'll do that for my phone too. And save it. Okay, so last but not the least, let me just apply config to device selected. That is done. And let me apply config to the selected ones. Alright, so now let's try and make a test call. Okay, so my phone is ringing. And let's see the codec. So that's G711. So we're right here. In the next video, we'll pull up the logs and see how the codec negotiation looks like.